Hey guys. Hi Andy. I'm just checking on the other phone if everything is working. Yes, looks very good. How are you, homies? I hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday night. Thursday, obviously, you know that it is time for another 21 minutes with, and I have obviously another amazing interview guest for you for our little talk tonight, and I already see her right there. You know, we always start the timer 21 minutes, and that will be the time that we're going to be interviewing. So if you have any questions for our guest, for, you know, regarding the races or whatever, shoot them while we're talking. Otherwise, we can't answer them. And I will get my wonderful guest in right away. Here we go. Yes. What's up?
Hello. What's up?
Starting the 21-minute countdown right now.
Awesome.
You ready?
What? Yeah, I can't see myself, but I see you. That's good.
You can see yourself. I can see you. You look totally perfect. So
Awesome.
just look into my eyes.
Will do.
Mintra, welcome to our 21 minutes. How are you?
Hi. I'm actually doing good. It's a nice evening here. Nice warm summer evening.
Sounds amazing. About right. We already talked beforehand, and we already put out that it's kind of cringe, kind of weird for us to speak in English today or to talk English because we're both German, and it's always, you know, a little, it doesn't feel too natural, but we're gonna, you know, open up the community and gonna provide a nice little interview for everyone. Can you hear the ship in the background?
Oh,
It's
that was
super
a
loud.
ship? Wow.
It's super loud, yes. So I hope the honking will be done in a second, but let's jump right into our questions because, you know, time's short today.
Yep. Let's go.
First question for every interview guest on our show is, if you could do a Hyrox double with any person in this whole wide world, who would it be?
I think I was asked this before, so my answer was Simone Biles.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah.
But you
I
know,
love her.
pushing and pulling the sleds could be a bit tough because she's quite short.
She's so short, but I assume that she's like a burpee broad jump beast, and she'll probably do the wall balls on Birkin, so I'm fine with that.
Interesting answer. I like that. And obviously she's a total, you know, pro and killer, so you'd be doing pretty well. But let's talk about you now. We're basically colleagues, kind of. You are a very important part of the Hyrox family and a first minute member. Tell our watchers, our audience, what your role in the Hyrox family is, and maybe also how this love story started.
Well, the love story, I guess if you want to call it that way, it started with
I hope so.
with Christian, our CEO. He called me up one day and was like, "Hey, I've got this idea. I want to do a functional run. Can you come up, you know, with a program? Can you design it?" And I was like, "Sure, hell yes." And that's pretty much how it all started. And then, you know, obviously that was a long time ago, and we did a lot of tests and retests and a couple of versions, but that's kind of how it started, and here we are.
You said a long time ago. When exactly? When did the first idea ever take place?
It must have been in 2012, in the summer of 2012, because I remember being in Jackson, Wyoming at that time. And it was kind of weird because of the time difference. We had to, you know, make a date when to call. So yeah, it was 2012. That's when it all started. Crazy, huh?
That is crazy. I wasn't aware it was that long ago.
Yeah.
But okay, here we are. And today your working title is Global Race Officer, which is pretty crazy. Global, duh.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, but it's not officer, it's director. It's global race director.
Director, I'm sorry.
I don't
Cardi
even know
B,
what
please.
global race officer would be.
You know, something important for sure.
Making sure it's all
But
correct.
you, yeah, yeah. Well, but that's basically what you're doing today as
Yeah, I
well.
guess
So I
I guess
wasn't
I
I
guess I
wasn't
could be an
all.
officer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. But you said something super interesting right before, because you said you designed a couple of different races basically. So Hyrox wasn't always the race that it is today. What else did you design, or can you tell us a little bit about the development that Hyrox
Yeah.
took?
Yeah. So it was always like when this first came up, it wasn't. I didn't understand mass participation. I never even heard like that word kind of. I was just thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a fun run, a couple of
Yeah,
people. So so at that point, I was looking, at exercises that I thought were cool or I thought were like, hard to do. And so the first version of the Hyrox competition actually had right off the bat, you would run 1K and then it had 100 kettlebell swings with 24 kg for females and then 32 kg for male athletes, which is pretty, get you gassed up right away. And then
yeah.
and then it had a couple of other things, and I remember it had 100 box jumps in them also. Huh.
Ooh, okay, box jumps, I really sometimes when I'm like not in my best mood, box jumps, like no matter how high the boxers or how low, I just can't mentally get over them. And like
Yeah,
thinking maybe having it as, I don't know, exercise number 7 after having
yeah.
done all those Ks running, I probably would, I don't know, just hit the box every time.
And you know what? And that's exactly one of the reasons it didn't make it because both exercises, the kettlebell swings and the box jumps, are great exercises, but they're very skill intense. You would have to actually learn them, do them a couple times. There's a mental component to it as well. So it's not like a natural movement. I want to say like the other Hyrox exercises where one can just go and do them, and especially when they're really heavy with the kettlebell swings. So that's why they didn't make the cut. Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Are there any other exercises that you think of? You talked about the kettlebell swings and box jumps.
I
Anything?
think
Any other surprise?
I think at one point, and then but I xed it out right away because after doing this, I was like, this is so stupid. I think I had like 70 meters or 100 meters, something inchworms. You know, like an inchworm is, well, you're basically on your hands and feet the entire time, and then you stretch out, and then you crawl back with your feet, and that was just so dumb because it was so hard to do. And plus it didn't feel right, so that didn't make the cut either.
Didn't make the cut either, yeah. Interesting though. Well, then, anyways, you put a really nice little program together, as we all know, and the one we all appreciate today. Um, but obviously, then your job didn't end. What are you doing, or what do you do? That's the correct way to put it. What do you do now regarding the races, regarding the Hyrox family?
So my job is pretty much making sure that all the rules are updated. Then so I'm writing the rule books. On race day, I'm responsible for briefing, the head judges. It's also like a recruitment of the head judges, like who's going to be the head judge crew for that event. Then the technical briefings, making sure that's all updated. And then on race day, kind of oversee the race itself, and then also pre-race day, making sure the right weights are on the right stations, and that everything is squared away, stuff like that. That's what I do.
On a global basis today, would you
Yeah.
have ever imagined like doing your first plot of a Hyrox race, that you would be working as a global race director at some point?
No, no, never in my wildest dreams. Never. I didn't even
Well, then it
think,
happened anyways.
yeah, I mean, that's so crazy. I didn't even think, even when it was like, when we started off in Germany and people liked it in Germany, that was so unreal to me. And then when I first heard, oh, we're going to the States, I was like, yeah, right, we're going to the States. And then it actually happened, and that really blew my mind. So I never, in my wildest dreams, did I think that this was going to be a success. Thousands of athletes were going to be doing it and liking it, and it's crazy. It's awesome.
It's
Great.
awesome. It is, most definitely. Tell us a little bit about how you guys felt right before the very first event, because there was a different name in the very beginning, which was like
Yeah.
the pilot.
Yeah.
Let's call it the pilot. What about that day? You must have been nervous, like out of space nervous.
Yes, we were really nervous. We did this pilot in our hometown here in Hamburg, and so that made it special to us because it was going to be lots of friends and family, lots of people we know, and we wanted to make sure that we get this right and have no surprises. But what we did was the night before, and I give credit to the coaches and my friends at CrossFit HH because that's my home base as far as gym. So they were there, and we did a test run of the pilot the night before. And I think because setting up and everything is always takes super long, so I think we did it at 10 or 11, like at a crazy amount of time, like after a very long day, we did this. Obviously, we didn't do the entire 8Ks, but we would run one lap and then we'd do everything a single session. So essentially, we would probably run 350 meters or something like that, or 400 something.
Yeah.
So, but what happened was we realized that we did not have enough wall balls. And we also realized that the weights were way too heavy, like super heavy, because we were training and testing in, and this is like the big thing with the sled, the different ground. And this happens to athletes, but it happened to us at the very first day. We did not know how heavy this carpet would actually was.
Ooh.
So the night, like it's 11 p.m., everybody's exhausted. We realize we don't have enough wall balls. We realize the freaking sleds are too heavy. Plus, we had an issue with the rope. And honestly, I said to Jacob, I was like, tomorrow it's going to be a full disaster. This is going to blow up left and right, and no one's going to love it.
So what did you do?
Yeah, and then everybody stepped up. So everybody came together. We adjusted the weights. We had like two, Jan and Julia there, who are friends of the company. They single-handedly did like their sailor knots on the sled pole. It wouldn't hold, because when you would pull the sled, they would go like left and right and left and right. And in the actual competition, that can't happen.
No.
We have like 40 sleds there, right? Plus they're on both sides. So they were like doing 80 knots with big ass ropes. So they were there the whole night with their sailor knots. I called up almost every single gym in Hamburg, asked them if they can borrow us wall balls. And they all came through. And so it was a horrible night. But then the day after, the event came and the show began, and it was perfect. So everything turned out great.
So
yeah.
That was basically the last minute team building situation you needed in order to get ready to get the baby moving. Oh wow. Well, and here we are. It all worked out. It all developed in an amazing way. And Mintra, one of the questions I even do get asked a lot is where are you gonna go with Hyrox? Like obviously the race right now, the setup is amazing and still challenging for everyone around the world. And as you keep progressing and entering other countries, it's still something new. But people who have competed already, maybe even a couple of times in Germany, for example, they keep asking me like, will the setup ever change? Like, will they maybe switch up exercises or, get a funky little twist in somewhere so it so it keeps being exciting, basically. You're the race designer, so you
Yeah.
must know.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. My theory is, Hyrox needs to stay the same for a little bit so we can establish a base,
Yeah.
so everyone can like kind of know where they're at and what their benchmarks are and how they can progress and get better. Just like, within a marathon, people do that over and over again. They travel, what's that called? The gold star, like the seven, they go to Tokyo, they go to London,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
collect medals, stuff like that. So I think the core product will always be there. So there will always be this way to be like, hey, I can step back, do something else, and come back and see how I improve. But in my mind, there has to be some kind of evolution, because as we as we get older, like as we progress in the years, the athletes are going to get better. And obviously there's always coming, new athletes who, start up in the open category, then move on to pro. But the pro athletes are going to get better, and they're going to want something new. And we're going to have to somehow, accommodate that. And I think in the future, there will be some kind of, it will be, in my mind, it will be a Hyrox event, and then the day before there will be a special Hyrox event, or the day after. So it's all connected, so one can decide. So yeah, there's going to be some kind of evolution, but we don't know when.
Yeah, we're gonna, you know, we're
We
gonna wait
guys
and see.
surprised at guessing.
Was the virtual championship of fitness already the first step into that direction of revolution, or evolution? That's the way you said it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, times are changing, and so are we. And I think this was a good test. I mean, we started with the home series. It was a great success. The community loved it, and then we moved on to the virtual championships of fitness, which we kind of tackled a little different.
Yeah.
Um, and I think definitely there's room for more ideas, and there's very much opportunities out there. And I think it's just too much fun to not try and learn, or trial and error for that matter. So yeah, definitely that was a step in that direction.
Very interesting. I totally, by the way, forgot about the interrupting questions that I asked everyone. So,
Aw.
surprise. Which, you're very much into functional fitness yourself. Like, you're not just a race designer, you're an athlete yourself. Which
uh,
other, oh,
yeah, I guess I wouldn't call myself an athlete, but I love working out.
okay,
Yeah.
well, you're being modest. You're being humble, Mintra. Anyways, let's both pretend. I don't have to pretend, but you might right now that you're an athlete.
Okay, if you
So,
want to call it
which
that.
which other sport, dear athlete, apart from functional fitness, would you dominate?
If I wouldn't be a sissy like I am, like I would probably be really good at Muay Thai. Like I think so, because I've been doing that
You're
like
not
when
a
I was
sissy.
little, and sometimes when I go, because I'm a sissy, I'm just saying I don't want to go up in the ring and then get all beat up and stuff. So, but if I wouldn't care, I would probably be pretty good, I think.
Oh well, kind of the burden to overcome though in order to find
I
out.
know it's like
All right.
you can't go do one with. That's why I said I'm a sissy about that. But I think that's the only sport I would be good at.
Interesting. And we already talked, we barely have any time left, but I really want to get to that anyways. Um, your background is super interesting. You're not just a coach right now, but you've actually worked basically with the toughest of the toughest. You've worked with soldiers in the US Army, if I'm being correct. And
That's right.
I would really like to know right now what you learned from that background. You said you're a sissy. I don't think so. If you were a sissy, you wouldn't be able to work with men like that, I think. So,
Yeah.
what do you think would you take from that kind of experience into the Hyrox company?
I think what is so great about the community, like about the army community, or about military in general, is their mindset. Like
Mm-hmm.
those guys are all grinders in some kind of way. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they don't cry about stuff. They just get this job done and they just grind away. It doesn't matter how, you know, I mean, it doesn't matter the circumstances. And I think that I took that mindset with me because you know, I'm not, you know, the smartest or the fastest or whatever, but I can grind, you know, my ass off. And I think that's a good asset to have in this company or in an event business or whatever you want to call it. Just, you know,
Or in life, you know.
yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, but I can definitely tell that mindset, even signing up for one of the Hyrox competitions is definitely, or plays definitely a huge role. I like that.
Yeah.
Mintra, we got our
Oh,
little
yay.
trivia situation. We're gonna have 3 questions. I don't know any other questions, obviously, none of the answers either. And the winner, either you or me, gets to give away a free starter or starting ticket. I never know how to say that in English. Anyways, starting ticket, let's go with that
I
expression.
understood. Awesome.
For one of the next Hyrox competitions.
Cool.
So you better play well, okay?
Yes. Bring my A game.
Let's see. Which activity burns the most calories? A, 60 minutes house cleaning, B, 20 minutes run, or C, 20 minutes cross-country skiing?
How much minutes running?
20.
And then 60-minute house cleaning?
Yeah.
I think 60-minute house cleaning.
Yeah? Really?
That's pretty, yes, I think so. If you do it right, 60 minutes is a long time, so.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna go with A. I'm gonna go with B because I've never been skiing and I don't know, you're just standing there basically. So let's
No,
see.
cross-country skiing is no joke either.
Oh, timer. We're already out of 21 minutes. We're gonna finish.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so 60 minutes house cleaning, 21 minutes running, and the right answer is. Wait, what's this? Oh, is the answer in between? What is this? Oh, do I have to open this like this? I don't know. Oh, it's C. It's cross country skiing. Oh my god. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, like I said, it's no joke. You have to like.
Uh,
But I thought 60-minute house cleaning. If I work the house, it's clean after.
Okay, so we need to step up our game right here. What's Canada's national sports? A, ice
Oh, that's
hockey, B,
easy.
football, or C, lacrosse?
Ice hockey.
Yeah, definitely ice hockey.
Well, you can't take that, right? Because I already took it.
Then I'm gonna go with, well, it can't be football because that's like USA, you know.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Lacrosse then? Let's see what we got here. Oh my god, it's lacrosse! It is
Are you
lacrosse.
kidding me? No, no way. Oh, that can't be true.
That's
Well,
impossible.
no, it's fine. I mean, if it's so, they probably messed up the answers.
I need to ask.
Because Canada is an ice hockey nation. They are. Well,
How
oh,
not? Like what would define the national sports anyways?
probably the numbers of viewers or something.
Huh.
I don't know.
Okay. So you can, let's say if you draw now, I'm gonna give you the free seat. You get to decide who's starting for you.
Aw, that's nice.
Let's see. How many total minutes of action are there in an average baseball game? 120 minutes, 18 minutes, or 75 minutes?
Oh, I'm gonna say 18 minutes because these games are almost 3 hours long, and then
Yeah, they're like running one lap and that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good answer. So you're going to go with B and I will take C because 120 minutes, I really don't believe that. Let's see.
Yes, I won! Yay!
So, if there's anyone in the audience right now, maybe who gets to or who would like to convince Mintra to give that free ticket, free starting place to him or her, hit her up.
Yep, hit
Okay.
me up.
Before you go. Just kidding. And the very last question before we end this little interview, this is the one everyone has to go through. Which is your most awkward, or has been your most awkward moment, let's say, in your athletic career, or as a coach? You know, that's a little grayish zone right there.
I I can only think of one thing. I think I was in South Carolina with my husband Jacob because his sister lives there, and it's super hot there, right? And we were doing a drop in at, I can't remember I saw at a CrossFit box, and it wasn't a really big box, and I was wearing, short tights, like short tights, and we were starting with a workout, and there was a class going on simultaneously, and we did something, I don't know, either cleans or deadlifts and something else, and we started our workout, and then I bent down to the barbell and get and then the tights, they went open like this in the back, like the entire tight was gone, and Jacob didn't see it at first, so I had to hide. And I was like, oh my God.
And Jacob would be like, go, go.
And then I walked out there with, he had to take his shirt off, and I had his shirt around my waist. So everybody was like, okay, dude. But at least I didn't have to show my ass, so yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good one, actually. I can't remember, I couldn't imagine. Let's put it that way. Damn. Oh,
That was
boy.
really embarrassing.
Oh, there's actually someone, signing up. I was gonna say for the ticket. Kenneth Sean.
Ooh, hi, Kenny.
Maybe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe Kenny is somewhere in the States now. Yes, yeah, definitely.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, Mintra, we got the ticket on the way. We got your most awkward moment in the bag too.
Well, thanks.
The history of Hyrox now, basically. Thank you so much for sharing the story, for your time. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Take care. Have a great night, and hopefully see you soon, girl.
All right. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, homies. That was a really good one. So, Kenneth, I hope you're going to get the ticket. That'd be pretty cool. I'm thanking you very much, guys, for sharing the time, for being here with us for our next round of 21 minutes with. That was Mintra Mattison, and I hope you'll be there next week when it's time again for Mintra for 21 minutes with our new guest. Hope to see you there. My name is Lisa Ramushkat. Thanks for being here, guys, and have a great night.